Hi, gang. How are you all doing today? I thought it's windy as hell. Sun shining. I'm very happy about that. I'm heading over to the farm and I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta put my winter jacket on. And then I'm like 3 blocks down from my place and I'm like ripping my coat off because the sun coming through the window is really, really hot. Look, I'm not even here 30 seconds and they came and I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, the birdies christened my window. So with that being said, I'm gonna go play the number. But it is so freaking windy, you can't even enjoy the beautiful sunshine out there. But I thought I'd take you to see the water for a few minutes. You can see how windy it is if you see some fishing going on now. Die-hard fishermen. They don't care what the weather. So I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday morning. So we're gonna have a Sunday silly instead of a Saturday silly because I didn't make any videos yesterday. But first, I just want to start with this because I think that this is important for a lot of people to know, or maybe bring some of you some comfort anyway. My neighbors, that they're not like direct neighbors, but they live where I live. Recently, I don't know how recent it's been now. I don't even know if it's a month yet. I think it's like still really new. Their dog passed, and what a sweet dog. I used to pet this dog every time they were out walking. But when they're older, and I can tell like he was having some pains and stuff. So I'd give him little Reiki in my pets and stuff. But I ran in her the other day and found that the dog wound up being riddled with cancer. So anyway, with that being said, I'm driving and they're walking and I'm stopped at the stop sign and they're coming up. I had to put the window down because it's kind of, it's like when you're so used to seeing people in their routine and now here they come on their walk, but minus their pet. But I had to stop and tell them because it was like a kind of like a bittersweet for me because I can see the pet. The pet spirit is there with them. And so I just wanted to let them know that my heart breaks for them. I know what it's like. I did it many times. I know. But just to let you know that they stay around us, right? They stay with us. And, they might show you themselves in your dream, right? You might see their face in different things. And, yeah, but I even reached out to my daughter this week because I was around my sister's dog. Now, I've not done this with this dog ever. And I kept calling him by the wrong name. And my brother's going, you know how we do that. I'm like, no, yeah, I know how we do that. I've never done that with this dog. Like, no, I got to check. Right. So I've done my daughter, make sure the dog's okay and this and that. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, he must want some grandmom attention. So give him hugs and kisses and tell him, and different, whatever. But, now this dog's alive. We're connected. He comes to me. He'll show himself. He used to be laying on me 24/7 at one point in time, right? So, but just with that being said, I just hope that you know that, their spirit stays with us the same way our family members' spirits are around us, okay? They're always with us in spirit. So anyway, all right. So now back to the laugh. I'm going to make you laugh because you have to laugh. I crack myself up. I shake my head and I go, there is really, I don't know, but I laugh about it. What else you going to do? So I had to I'm over at Home Depot. What else is new, right? I'm picking up material. And in the department where all the window stuff is, two women working there, right? So the one girl was there and I'm telling her, I said, I came in, I called her your name and this and that, and I was filling her in because she was away last week. And so we were talking about that. And then, we were talking about pains and issues, and she was going to get injections and stuff like that. So now I go get what I need, and I come back, and now she's talking to like another employee, right? So now it went from one thing to another. It went from a conversation about injections and knee replacements to we were showing each other the different kinds of squats and exercise in the middle of the window department, right? Me, the one girl's a little bit younger, the other woman was a little bit older. She's got double knee replacements and she's going, I don't know if I can do them, you know? So we're telling her how to learn how to use the chair. She's showing her if you get the bands, how you do it with the band. I'm saying this hip was dislocated on me. And I'm thinking to myself this morning, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, well, they're working, right? My booty's coming back up a little bit. I don't know if I'll ever have my 25-year-old ass back. I mean, you could bounce a quarter off of that baby, but at least it's coming back up a little bit, right? Because, gravity time, lack of working out, like whatever, it sets in if you're not working it all the time. But then it brought all this image of us in the middle of Home Depot in the window and door department, and I'm thinking, that whole store is under cameras, right? Whoever's watching these cameras must be saying, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? I kid you not. I was down in a full deep-seated squat. We were laughing in the store. So imagine me at home laughing at this by myself. And I'm thinking, you got to be kidding. I got to talk about this. But at the end of the day, gang, that's what it's all about, right? Sharing your experiences and what works for you may not work for another and different things. And you have to keep moving. You have to. I came across this older gentleman's video popped up. I don't even know what platform I was on. It popped up, but I watched it real quick. And he was using one of those step seats and using that. So that would be doing a deeper squat. But he also talked in the video, like you can use your couch, use your dining room chair, use a folding chair, right? They're all different heights. And that's a perfect example. And that's kind of how I work out at home, right? He used the suggestion of doing something like, when my coffee's brewing, I'm doing push-ups off my countertop. I'm doing the deep-seated squat. I'm using my coffee bar to stretch and anything to work the muscles. Every time I go into the bathroom, I'm doing, maybe a couple standing crunches or different things like that. Something to always keep moving because body in motion stays in motion. In all these movements, you're working all your muscles, right? It doesn't have to be this intense, big time slot of exercise and movement, especially if you're not doing it all the time. Like I said, I've had long breaks in between my exercise routines and stuff, you know what I mean? And I've been working really hard to try to build the muscle mass back that I lost. But I worked out from when I was a kid and playing sports and stuff in between my hospital stays and everything. I mean, I never gave up. I was on the swim team. I ran track even with my asthma. I played basketball. I played softball. The community center, you can just go pay for a class and go to the exercise class. I was in the crunching contest and these are, I danced. I did gymnastics. And I was always hanging upside down on the monkey bars. Always. So that's the one thing. I'm trying to use the monkey bars to do inclines, except the back of my knees can't take it. So, I'm just going to MacGyver it. I'm going to go cut myself a piece of pool noodle. I'm going to put it on the bar. So if you see me hanging upside down in the playground, you'll know what I'm doing. I'm determined to get some incline work in. If this damn weather would break, because it's too cold outside right now. But anyway, with that being said, if you're not afraid of the wind, bundle yourself up and get out there because the sun is warm. It definitely is. But anyway, I'm heading to the farm. I'm going to get me some kimchi and sourdough, and they had some beautiful radishes I saw in the picture. And if you've never fried radishes, give it a try. They're delicious. They are delicious fried. So anybody local, you want anything from Reed, you got about 10 minutes to hit me up. I'll pick it up for you. All right. Have a great day, gang. Take care.